Sir. Good morning.
Hallo, guten Morgen.
Yes, sir. I think we will take another 2 minutes to admit participant, then we will begin the session, sir.
So, is it working?
Yeah, yes, working, sir. We can able to hear you.
Wonderful.
Guten Morgen, Professor.
Guten Morgen.
Good to have you here.
So, ja, hallo. I can see you.
Hallo Hans-Werner, wie geht es dir?
Danke, mir geht es gut, Vishal.
Good afternoon, sir. Suresh Kumar, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Sir, I will take another 2 minutes to admit other participant. We will begin at 2:35 here in ISD. Some more participants waiting.
Hans Werner.
Hallo, Hammer. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen.
Yes, good morning, Professor. So I welcome you for this wonderful webinar session on mental health and well-being. When I was approaching for this session, I think you are the person who consented for 2 sessions. I thank you for that. And
Yeah.
today we are having a great renowned psychologist with us, Dr. Hans Werner Sesison with us. He is going to take another 40 to 60 minutes on the topic humanistic strategies for mental health and well-being. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of the Department of Psychology, the American College, Madurai. Please take over the sessions. We will take session for another 40 minutes. Next 40 minutes, we will go for discussion, sir. I welcome you from India.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Yes, sir.
I'm very glad and proud to be here and to meet you in India. It is the first time. Hello, Vishal.
Welcome.
So, when I read the topic of our seminar, I was a little surprised about the word tragedy, because humanity and tragedy doesn't belong together. So I thought, how can I talk about a theory of humanistic behavior, humanistic approaches in people working together, living together, and I thought it is not really possible to have a theory about this. It would be better to talk with each other, to come in contact and to know what people want to know about it, what their experiences are. So I would be glad if you would ask me questions. And I'm ready to answer, very honest, and you can ask me personally things. And I think that is much better than have a theory about theoretical things. A PowerPoint presentation about human beings is not really doesn't really fit. So just think about what it means if you feel well, and what must be the conditions that you feel well. Think about it a moment and then just tell me a little, or ask me something. I want to come in contact with you.
Dear participant, I think the resource persons would like to answer your queries related to the topic in the beginning. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Please raise your hand in the video, or if you are not in the video, there is a button will be there in the right corner, right down corner. 3 buttons will be there. Just click it. Just show your right hand symbol will be there, and then you will be given your connection will be unmuted. You can ask the questions to the resource person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dr. Krishnan.
I'm just thinking, Suresh.
Yes, Dr. Veena.
Sir, I have a suggestion.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes, that's
Sorry,
fine.
sir. Sorry for interruption. Sir, audio நல்லாவே இல்ல சார். ஒண்ணுமே கேட்கவே இல்ல எனக்கு.
No, you can
I'm
check.
Dr. Selvi.
Yes, ma'am. Please check your side, ma'am. Here we are getting good audio from us. The system is good. Better you can check it over gadget.
Sir, can you help me to hear?
I can hear you.
Yes.
I am not able to hear anything. Nothing is audible.
No, you have to check your, ma'am. You have to check your system in your in the column. You have to enable that audio button.
Ma'am, you can unplug your audio and again plug it so that you can hear.
Yes, Dr. Veena, please.
Good morning, Dr. Hens.
Hello.
Dr. Veena, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Danke.
So this COVID has brought us all together on social media, though we are maintaining the social distancing. My question to you is, we have a lot of cultural diversities, lot of enculturations, and how is it that we as human we cope with these diversities?
Yeah, I'm not really sure whether I got all what you said. Can you ask a short question?
I mean, like, it's about the human strategies for well-being, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we have different diverse cultures. Can you hear me?
Yes, but I'm not sure whether I could understand you.
I mean, like, we have different, we have different cultures across the globe. And, you know, each one has their own perceptions, their own cultural values, beliefs. So, what are the challenges that are faced when it comes to like well-being?
Yeah. Okay, Zurich, can you help and ask the question again?
Dear Professor. Professor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it possible that I type the question?
Yes, that will be fine. And Dr. Veena, you can type your question in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Sir, based on my understanding, we would like to know, we are having we are in a different cultures. Whether these culture has an, every culture has an opinion about well-being, different opinion about well-being. How we can say a single strategy for developing well-being?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll put it in our 1 minute. You can type it.
Yeah, I'm typing, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear participant, if you have any queries, any point you would like to ask the resource person, you can type your questions in the chat box.
I can tell you something generally about human behavior, yes?
Yes, yes,
Humanistic behavior.
yes.
First question is, are you a good friend?
Yes.
So each person needs to ask himself, am I a good friend to other people? What is my opinion about other people? Do I think positive about them? Do I think that they have something good in their mind? What is their goal? What do they want to reach? And so in the moment I understand another person, that means I can change my position and get an empathic role reversal with the other person. And I get a deeper understanding of another person. Would react to the behavior of the person in a very kind way and in an acceptable way. So I get something to read. No? Okay. When I started to learn psychology, I got a lot of theoretical things in the university, a lot of theories. In the beginning, I was confronted with psychoanalytic theories, and I got a special thinking about a human being. It is like a machine. There are parts with a lot of power and a lot of energy, and there is another part that is controlling this energy, and then between is a human being, and that has to decide what to do. And so after a while, I got the impression that that cannot be a human being. It is like a mechanic machine working with energy and controlling and deciding, and so it is not the whole being with all what we are. We are, of course, we have energy and we have control, but also we have feelings and we have thoughts and we have a lot of ideas and we are creative and we can do a lot of things for other people. And so,
social being.
yeah, I left this theory, and then I was confronted with the next theory that was training in behavior therapy. So I saw there was a physician in Russia called Pavlov, and he made experiments with animals, and he found out that they can train this animal and give them something to eat, and then the animals behave like he wants, and they do it as long as they get something to eat. So, and then after a while they do it because they expect that they get something for reinforcement, and they behave with waiting for something good. And I thought that cannot be good for human beings to wait and behave so they get something good. Wherefore? So, and then I was confronted after a while with an American professor, and he worked with role playings, and that means we had to work with other people in a group and do something together and find out what is good for all. And I was fascinated by this experience, and I went on to train it. And today I'm usually working with groups, not talking to them, but doing something with them. And so that is really a very uncomfortable situation for me now, to sit in front of a screen, see little pictures, very nice here now. Patipan, Baskaran, hello. And he looks nice, friendly. And so I went on to train people in groups to have a good communication, to listen to other people, and to start to understand what other people mean if they tell something. And I think that is very important, that we are concentrated on our partner and find out what he's really meaning if he's telling something to us. And then we react to that and we answer, and that it is our due to control how our behavior is working and whether that is positive for the other person or not. And if it is not, we have to change it, and we have to ask what was wrong, what can we change, and what is your expectation, what do you like to have, and what is necessary for you. And so we get a very positive level of communication, understanding each other. And that is one of the main points in humanistic psychology, that we start to understand each other. So it is not so very important to have a theory about the other person. But of course, we have some hypothesis if we meet a person for the first time, but then we need to find out whether that is right or not. So you wrote a question just in this moment, yes?
Yes. Yeah, Professor, can you tell me what do you mean by well-being in humanistic perspective?
Did you talk to me?
Yes, Professor, you can just tell me about, we will start from the term, what is well-being in humanistic perspective? Then we will take the questions from the participants.
It is difficult to understand.
Professor, I will put it in a way. What is well-being in humanistic perspective?
Well-being is a kind of feeling comfortable.
Fine.
So your needs are fulfilled.
Okay.
And that can only happen if you behave in a way that other people are also comfortable with you.
Okay.
So well-being is not a thing of a single person. Well-being is not concentrated of an individuum. Well-being is always something together with other people. And that is important, that we start to notice how other people are and what they want and what their interest is. And that we don't concentrate on our own needs and our own expectations. So well-being is always getting satisfaction by other people. And if you do something to fulfill your own needs only of your own, at the end, you don't feel good. So it is always necessary to do something together with other people.
Yeah, Professor, there are a few more questions in that chat box. I'd like to read out one by one. Can you tell me some of the strategies for the well-being? Tips and tricks for maintaining well-being.
I did not understand.
Yeah, I think any techniques, can you suggest any techniques for improving our well-being, Professor?
There is no technique.
Yes.
So when I started to work in humanistic psychology, I tried to find out how other people are.
Yes.
For example, I went by train and there were a lot of other people, and I started to watch them and to observe them, and I got a lot of thoughts about these people, and I tried to find out what their character is, how they would behave, what they will feel in this moment when I watch them. And so I trained that for a very long time, and I got I got more and more positive reactions when people felt that they were understood. So and that is important, that you give other people the feeling that you are ready and be open for them, and that you can understand them, and that they can be open to you, and that they can speak about themselves without having restrictions and without having fear that they are punished for something. And so it is very important that you get an acceptable position against other people, a very tolerant position. So, hallo Vishal.
Hallo Hans-Werner.
Ja, hallo.
Wie geht es dir?
Danke, gut. You need to speak English, other people cannot understand you.
Yeah, sure, Hans-Werner. Hans-Werner, I want to ask about humanistic psychodrama approach.
Yeah.
As you are the founder of it, I want to know how it works.
Yes. First, I need to tell something about psychodrama. Psychodrama is a group psychotherapy. People are sitting together and they play roles about problematic situations. And Moreno was the founder of this psychodrama. He was an Austrian psychiatrist, and in 1920, about 1920, he moved to America and lived there. So this psychodrama is now used worldwide as psychotherapy, but and I was trained in this method, but after a few years, starting 1980, I found out that the explanation how it works is not really comfortable for me. They had a psychoanalytic background. They found that all behavior has unconscious reasons, and if you find out what the foundation of behavior is, and you bring it to the conscious by this role playing, then the person who is playing there has a catharsis, an outbreak of emotions, and afterwards the person is cleared and free of bad feelings. And I found out that this is not right. So to get a better position, better feeling, better behavior, you need to train it for a long time. And you need to have other people for orientation. You cannot do it of your own. You need something you can identify with. And you know that there are a lot of religions. They have leaders and they give a good example for positive behavior. And a lot of people are identified with these religion leaders. And they try to behave in the same kind. And I think that is something positive. So, and in a way, all psychologists should be an example for positive behavior. And so that other people can identify with them and learn what is good to do. And I think that is psychotherapy. If a person comes to a psychologist and learns what is good in the behavior, what is good for you yourself and what is good for other people. And the psychologist is a teacher for good behavior. And after a while, a person starts to behave of their own and give it to other people, and they get a positive positive communication to other people. So there are a lot of questions now. but it is difficult because I get only a short part of the question to read. I cannot read the whole question. Will we get another question now?
Yes, Dr. Krishnan sir. Krishnan sir.
No, I wanted to ask about the psychodrama which he just answered. So I was very keen about it because here, there have been lots of psychodrama workshops and, lots of things were happening. I just wanted to be wanted to get his opinion, which is, he clearly explained. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And Nalini? Yes, Dr. Nalini. Dr. Nalini?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Nalini.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. In this pandemic situation, I see there are a lot of mistrust among family members. If there is one people going out during this pandemic situation, suddenly we are against our own people. This is one question, and I have one more question. I'll ask later. So, how to overcome this mistrust? Like when you want to enhance well-being. Yeah.
Nalina, sorry, it is so disturbed, your voice, I cannot understand.
Hello.
Yes, I cannot understand your voice.
Okay. So.
1 minute. Vishal, can you translate that to the resource person?
Sorry, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, okay. I'll ask her.
Sir, I'll ask him.
Yes, ma'am. Please. Saujanya, ma'am.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, what Nalini wanted to ask is, in this pandemic situation, when somebody is going out to purchase groceries and all, there is a lot of mistrust among the family members. So how to deal with that?
Once again, please.
In this pandemic situation right now, due to Corona, we are all under lockdown, right? Am I audible, sir?
I have problems to understand.
Okay.
Sir, am I audible?
I can hear you, but the voice is a little disturbed.
I'll go a little slow, sir. My pace may be fast. I'll go a little slow.
Please speak slowly and
yeah.
And I repeat if I understand you.
Yeah, definitely. Due to this Corona,
yeah,
we have to go, and there is lockdown everywhere, in India especially.
Yes, we are locked in our apartments.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have to go out to purchase groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when one of the family member goes out to purchase the groceries and all,
yeah,
the other family members have a mistrust.
Yeah.
Because he's going out and they are scared, like he may have come into contact with other people who may be positive for Corona. So
that's right. That's right.
So how to deal with this mistrust among the family members?
Yeah. I can understand the situation because we have the same situation here in Germany.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So I'm sitting in my apartment.
Yeah.
Now for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And my daughter-in-law is buying food.
Yeah.
And brings it to me.
Hmm.
And we have always big distance,
Hmm.
more than 2 meters.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel unfree and I go to the grocery myself.
Hmm.
For example, this morning, I had no coffee to drink. And so I would like to drink a coffee before we start here.
Okay.
So, and then I went out and I saw that all people have a mask now.
Hmm.
And all people have distance to each other people,
Yes.
really big distance, and they take care about it. So the chance that you get infected is very small, and it is not really a dangerous situation.
Right.
So, and I think if you come back to your family, you should explain that you are very carefully with the situation and that you stay and have distance to other people and don't touch them and don't come in contact with them and don't speak to them. And so the only possibility is to explain the situation to the family, so that they get a better understanding for it.
Yes, Professor. And
reassure them.
Yes, ma'am, I think we are having less than a minute for this session. And Professor, would you like to have more questions with the participant, or shall we wind up right now?
I want to ask one more question, sir.
Then no, the time is very limited. I think this session will end. And if you want to have more questions with the expert, we'll come back again with the same link.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Other questions you can ask to the resource person.
We'll come back.
I think, thank
Sir,
you.
when, sir? After? Sir, Suresh, sir, when, sir? Immediately? Immediately. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Professor, please come back again the same link. I think there are many people who would like to ask some questions. And I think they will come up with more questions. We are take the questions from them. Please come back again the same link. Thank you all.